Welcome all to the Poke Battle Network. I'm silph, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Play Pokemon local tournament here in Phoenix as JJan has submitted his wonderful run. Now, JJan is #1 on the Play Pokemon leaderboards right now. That is incredible. With all the regionals and all these in-person tournaments that have just unlocked since the middle of April, it has been wonderful to see JJan piling on and getting his game on. He is stacking up and getting ready. He's trying to make it to the top so he can go to Yokohama. He is relentless on this tournament, and he's taking on the Phoenix neighborhood. Now, he is bringing in Medicham, Noctowl, Sableye, Lantern, Registeel, and Abomasnow. But here's a few things that he is doing differently. His Medicham is rocking Dynamic Punch over Psychic, so I like that play, being that it's a big move but not as much energy. And Psychic really doesn't do much unless it's the mirror, but the Dynamic Punch, we'll have to see what it does to Medicham in the matchup. Shouldn't do as much as Psychic, but still do more than Ice Punch, so we'll see how it plays out in the game. And then Lantern's rocking that water gun for sure, because he needs that water gun pressure. That is a great thought process there, having that on his team. So we're going to get into the battles as he's going to take on the Phoenix neighborhood, and that is going to include Flying Pizza, Munchlax 2000 in Rainfall version 2 this tournament. Good luck out there, and let's see how JJan handles Phoenix. Alright, JJan is now battling our first opponent, and that is Rainfall version 2. Rocking that Medicham, Noctowl, Zweilous, Galarian Stunfisk, Lantern, and Defense Deoxys. He's going to get the Sableye into the Medicham. This is a great lead for JJan as the immediate swap into that Noctowl. Right back into the Registeel, so Noctowl got a couple of taps off. Noctowl having that access to Shadow Ball, now able to put some hurt down onto the Registeel. Not going to be a lot, but still going to be a lot better than that Sky Attack. As you can see, the Registeel is fine. The lock-ons are going to build up energy, but unfortunately for Registeel, it can't build up to 2 moves because these energy needing charged nukes are just so high in the energy value, as that Zap Cannon goes through and gets that debuff there. The second Shadow Ball will go through. Now it's debuffed, so it should keep the Registeel into the yellow. No need to shield. Now, can he farm it down before the third Shadow Ball? Here it comes. Is it enough? It is. Lock on down, target. Tapping over that Zap Cannon, waiting to see what comes out. It is the Medicham. So Medicham gets 2 more taps. Remember, it left immediately, so it was energy dry. The Zap Cannon's gonna go off. Should be shielded indeed. Yes. Great play by Rainfall version 2. No debuff there, so that Medicham is looking good now with energy. We're gonna find out what his Medicham is going to do. Is it gonna throw? Not a lot of energy was built up. Could be an Ice Punch right now, as it is the Ice Punch. The Sableye with those Shadow Claws building up. Immediate swaps into Lantern back into this Medicham. Now, here's the thing. JJan's Medicham is rocking that Dynamic Punch. We mentioned that earlier. It's a great asset. Could be used very usefully here. Builds up to it real quickly, too. So here comes a big hit and move onto the Lantern. Ooh, the shield comes through. That's really interesting. 2 shields on the Medicham. We know the Surf, nor the Thunderbolt will take out the Medicham. Needs about 2 Thunderbolts here to take out a Medicham, and there are 2 shields still on JJan's side. Tapping for that Dynamic Punch. The timer is not gonna be up in time for a switch catch, so this Lantern's gotta throw all of the energy. Surf comes through, Surf gets shielded, and JJan is in the driver's seat. Building up the extra energy, the second Surf comes in. JJan finally gives up the second shield. The switch timer is finally up. JJan's got the energy. 2 Ice Punches, Dynamic Punch right on the Medicham. We're all going to see what this Medicham's going to take on this Dynamic Punch. Hey, that's not that bad. A lot better than Ice Punch, about 1/4 of his health. But in comes the Sableye as Medicham is now locked in here. Medicham has only revealed Ice Punch so far. We do not know what the secondary move is, as it is another Ice Punch coming through. Very interesting. Maybe this might be a power-up punch Medicham. And that's why Rainball version 2 is not revealing the second move, because there should be lots of energy for a Psychic. We'll have to find out as we continue this matchup. But JJan is now up to the second foul play, and that Lantern is gonna take it to the face. Unfortunately for you, Lantern, it is shockingly strong enough with this Sableye typing, and you, sir, go down. Into the second game now. It is 1-0 JJan, and the Zweilo's coming out. Look at that immediate swaps. Defense Deoxys is here, but Registeel has already built up energy. Locking on and locking down, the Registeel can throw charge moves that will hurt the Defense Deoxys, but the Defense Deoxys won't have enough good charge moves that actually put down pressure onto this Registeel. And now the biggest move of Defense Deoxys that hurts Registeel, the counter is debuff. This is not looking good for Rainfall's Defense Deoxys. You don't want to put yourself in a debuff position as Thunderbolt takes the Registeel to the yellow. Built up for another Zap Cannon, here you go. Go for another debuff if you get shielded, right? That's the win-win right there. Another Zap Cannon, the first shield, another debuff. Counter's literally doing almost as much as lock-ons are. This should take out Defense Deoxys, but it is double debuffed, who knows? JJan thought so too. Now with 2 shields, he can farm freely on this Sableye with no energy left to go on that DD. Immediate swaps into the Medicham, and look at this. We saw the Medicham win the matchup against Lantern in the last matchup, which is really interesting because now there are 2 shields on the Medicham again. Maybe he uses Sableye in the back. We'll have to see as the first dynamic punch does draw out the second shield. Both shields are now down for Rainfall version 2. He is going to try to get this Medicham off the table as the first Thunderbolt gets shielded. JJan learned from the first matchup and said, no, I will not take this damage down again. This Spark is not going to do it as the dynamic punch is there, building up the energy again. Going to let this one go through. Will this be the double surf? It's the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, ho! JJan now has just building up a farm of energy. And with all the energy left on Sableye, this should be a 1-2 wombo combo. Dynamic Punch 1. Is the Ice Punch ready? Is the Dynamic Punch ready? The Dynamic Punch is ready. Dynamic Punch 2. This might be deep enough to get to that foul play that Sableye has left. There he is. Wombo combo done. Oh, doesn't even need it. With the shield, JJan secures the W, shadow clawing his way down. GG's to Rainfall version 2. Those were epic battles there. JJan conservative with his energy, kept that Sableye right and ready for all the damage, and has used that dynamic punch beautifully with that Medicham. That's right. Get ready on your feet, people. It is the Phoenix rivalry we love to see. Munchlax versus JJan. Now, Munchlax is rocking the Trevenant, Shadow Ninetales, Registeel, Scrafty, Altaria, and what's this? Hisuian Quillfish. Hisuian Quillfish is a wonderful Pokemon that has many different variety of movesets. We'll have to figure out what Munchlax is rocking with his. I personally love the opportunity to have a Pokemon like that that gives you that versatility here. But remember, there is Altaria as well, and the Registeel is here. So there's a lot that JJan has to do. He is going to probably like that Lantern, so he could really favor that Water Gun. We're going to get into the first battle as Medicham right into Trevenant. This is so not good. Munchlax has a great start here. Immediate swaps into the Abomasnow Shadow, and the Scrafty comes in. Those counters are just plugging away. Now Scrafty building up, probably could just not throw or go for a Power Punch right about here, right? Because those counters are really chunking away. The Weather Ball is coming in, and it's going to do almost a... Oh, still leaving Scrafty at about a quarter health, but in comes the second Weather Ball. This will take Scrafty to the deep red. Oh, it gets shielded. Look at that. Scrafty now countering all the way down, and JJan walking away with 2 shields. And now with the Scrafty, doesn't have to reveal Noctowl if he doesn't want to. We'll find out what his gameplay is and won't do it. As a matter of fact, he's probably just going to build up energy so he can get a couple of ice punches together, as the first of what could be a foul play is coming off, and another one should be coming shortly. That was so much energy there. There it is, the second foul play. First one didn't really do much. Medicham still sitting pretty heavy, pretty thick there, and there's the health down to the yellow, but look at that. He's got 2 shields and an ice punch locked and loaded for, oh no. Immediate swaps as Trevenant saw the Noctowl, and now the Noctowl sees the Registeel. But just like the first game, we saw the Noctowl put the Registeel of JJan into the deep red with 2 Shadow Balls, and one of them was debuffed. We'll find out if that's going to happen again as the first Shadow Ball goes through. There's the first shield from Noctowl, not going to play around with the Zap Cannon. Will the debuff proc? No proc. That means his Shadow Ball is still going to put some good damage down and maybe get this Registeel into the deep yellow. Will he get the final shield from this Registeel? No, and it is into the deep red. That's not bad, Noctowl. Not debuffed. That is a huge difference there when you get debuffed and investing all the shields in Noctowl, because there's nothing that Trevenant can do that can hurt this Noctowl either. So it's literally has to be as healthy it can be. Noctowl gets to the Sky Attack. Registeel really has to think, do I shield a Sky Attack on Registeel? Munchlax really being put to the test, and he is going to shield the Registeel. An immediate swaps to get the Wombo Combo Ice Punch. JJan is not going to allow the Registeel to get anything off. There it is. The Ice Punch will take out the Reggie. Noctowl is fully loaded and fully healthy. Making all the investments into the bird, it's going to take the W. Trevenant looks a little small. Is that a real, is that an XXS Trevenant out there? As Noctowl will throw this commanding Sky Attack to take all of Trevenant's health. Back to the Pokeball. Go see Nurse Joy's. We're getting into game 2. Hisui Quillfish comes out finally. It's gonna be like watching a Hypno. Immediately leaves. That could be a huge tell on what Hisui Quillfish is rocking. Now, Ice Punch was revealed by Medicham in the last game. Medicham did not reveal Dynamic Punch, so we'll find out if he's going to throw it. Now, the first of what could only be a Zap Cannon, there it goes through. Doesn't do much damage to the Medicham as you'd like, as it's still pretty healthy and these lock-ons aren't doing anything. So you can feel comfortable soaking up that Zap Cannon. No debuff, the first of 2 Dynamic Punches building up so much energy. JJan is not messing around as the Registeel is off the table. Oh no! Look at that. You can tell Munch was not ready for that Dynamic Punch, as another one is locked and loaded for this Ninetales. Gonna force a shield with that Shadow debuff. You don't want to press it. There's that shield. There it is. And it's Shadow with the charm. Ooh, you sneaky Munch. You sneaky with that Shadow. But here comes the Water Gun Lantern to say welcome to the game, as it is the Hisui Quillfish that was left. Now, Hisui Quillfish could have Ice Beam, could have Sludge Bomb, or it could have Shadow Ball. So this is going to be a huge tell. This is a bait, and it's the bait. Great. Cool, epic. Good job. Build up the energy, then throw. Here comes the Sky Attack. JJan understands that this Quillfish could have Ice Beam too. He played an Ember Cup. So Quillfish getting up to the next charge move here. What's it gonna be? As the Sky Attack is not gonna get loaded, as the Noctowl is just gonna let this go through. This is very dangerous. This is an Aqua Tail. Oh no! Does Munchlax not have Ice Beam on Quillfish? That would be so upsetting, as the Aqua Tail doesn't do anything. Noctowl's still around, but has 2 shields. Gonna give up this shield here for this Ninetales. Gonna throw that Shadow Ball, get this last shield so that the Surf that he has locked and loaded is ready to go. JJan has been saving all the energy and banking it in the back for the third Pokemon for the Wombo Combo 1-2 Punch. He's been unstoppable as the Thunderbolt is ready to go, and Lantern's gonna get it off. Let's hear it for Lantern and JJan as they are gonna take the second round here. GG's. That was a great matchup there, Munchlax. We really shocked by that Dynamic Punch, weren't you? I know I was when I saw it. GG's there, sir. Hopefully Hisui Quillfish has a better matchup for you in the future. That's right. It is time. The final matchup. It is Flying Pizza versus JJan. What we've been waiting for all night. Let's do that again. That's right, it is the final matchup of the tournament, Flying Pizza versus JJan. Who will go undefeated? Who will be the hero? Who will end up defeated with 1 mark on their matchup? Blah, 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 blah. 3, 2, 1. That's right, it is the final matchup of the tournament, Flying Pizza versus JJan. Flying Pizza rocking that Shadow Swampert. We have not seen it all this tournament so far. That Shadow Ninetales, Alolan style, the Medicham, Sableye, Noctowl, and that Bear Trap Galarian Fisk. This is a great matchup here. Will JJan end up being on top or not? We'll find out, as he has got to play against this wonderful Wombo combo. It looks like Lantern with Water Gun is actually a great choice and a great play for him. So we'll find out if he's going to play around that. Now, Flying Pizza's got the Medicham and the Sableye as well. So we'll see if he brings those out against that Trevenant. But the Ninetales is going to be seeing that Medicham lead. Look at that. JJan did bring the Lantern, and he's got the Sableye in the back. So the Ninetales here is not the charm like Munchlax was. This is the Alolan Ninetales with the Powder Snow, so it gets to those Weather Balls quicker, and it could get to moves like Side Shock quicker and Dazzling Gleam now that it doesn't have to waste all of the slow timing on the charm. So, immediate swap after the first shield is in. Lantern gets a little bit of energy, swapped right into the Medicham. This might be good because those Thunderbolts are going to put that Medicham into the yellow. Will he get that shield? Medicham just as thick as this Lantern, so the thought process is Medicham's not going to shield this. Gonna get the Medi to the yellow. That's great. Build up for 2 surfs now. That's the game plan. Maybe even get the second shield. We'll find out if Flying Pizza will allow it. Is this Psychic? It is, and it is shielded. We don't know what Medicham is doing nowadays, as it can have Power Up Punch, Dynamic Punch apparently, and now Psychic. So it's acting like a Hypno out there, as the Surf is gonna come through on this Lantern. Water Gun Lantern giving off those Season 1 silph vibes. You know JJan remembers those days, as he's tapping away and figuring it out again. Getting that feel for that tanky fish. Now this is going to be a Psychic. It will take out the Lantern. Great call. Get some charm, or get some claws on that. And oh no! Sableye's now trying to get this Ninetales. Ninetales is locked in on this. Ninetales doesn't really care to see any move, so he can soak up some energy here. Stays alive! Oh no! JJan, but it's low enough. This could be just easy for 1 health, so we might just take this Dazzling Gleam to KO this Sableye. What a great play, as the Medicham gets an extra tap. There's a shield left, but this is an uphill battle. Oh my goodness, this is an uphill battle. We still don't know what the third Pokemon is in the back. If it's Swampert, you're in trouble, pal. It's Sableye. That's even worse, as Medicham is like already in the deep yellow. Not going to reveal a moveset, just going to try to be farmed down, and there goes game 1. Game 2, we're going to get the Lantern into Sableye lead. Water Gun gets off, and the Shadow Claws are going through. Oh my goodness. The Surf is ready. Not going to throw it. Interesting. We're going to force the foul play through, but look at the damage and the health they're left on Sableye. That Water Gun pressure really putting it down, so a Surf could really force his shield at this point, and he does almost to a second Surf halfway there. So if he feels the opponent's going to do that, might just build up some little extra farm after this second surf. Gets his opponent to even further in the yellow. Remember, this surf got, these water guns are putting on that pressure, and this surf is getting those shields at this point. So he's giving up a shield here for this foul play. I like it. I like it. And gets the little extra energy. There's 3 taps, almost at the 3rd foul play now. Shield for shield. All right. I'm sorry. It got so intense. Will we get the shield? Will we not get the shield? Will this is switch important to JJan because he can farm this down before Sableye gets to another foul play now. Yes, it is. And he knows this, and he's going to put that pressure down. Now he has the surf ready to go. He's going to get the information, and he's going to try to keep the alignment. Well done there and thought out. That's why I was holding my breath, because shield priority is so huge as the surf goes through. And oh my goodness, G-Fisk now down to the deep yellow, deep green into the yellow there as Sableye will Shadow Claw its way through. And I like this move because a Sableye can soak this up pretty well. Better than a Registeel. And the Shadow Claws here will still do the damage, and you draw out the 3rd Pokemon, and it is the Ninetales, and there it is. Now the Registeel can farm this down, can get the energy, can throw that Zap Cannon, can even put some pressure down onto the G-Fisk here and get that last shield. Here comes the first of what could only be a Dazzling Gleam or Weather Ball. Nothing that Registeel is caring about. So the 2 shield investment was the smart play here for JJan as the first Zap Cannon is gonna go off. Here it comes. Gets the final shield and the attack debuff. So now the next Dazzling Gleam, if he can get to it, won't be as deadly. And gets to the Focus Blast instead. And I like this play, because the reason why is that he could bring in his Pokemon in the back and farm up that on the extra. Get that extra Sableye. Here comes the Focus Blast. Sableye is... The timer's almost there. The Focus Blast will go through. This Shadow debuff will KO the Ninetales. It will not survive with a slither of health. And can he get to it in time? He's going to force the energy on the G-Fisk and gets to the Focus Blast before the Earthquake. Doesn't even need the Sableye, but it was there with the energy. And the Focus Blast should KO the G-Fisk. And back to the Pokeball you go. GG's. Alright, it's Sableye into the Noctowl. Oh no, that's not a good lead. But he has 2 anti-flyers here, as Noctowl seems to be the key for Flying Pizza from last matchup. But the Noctowl is off, and it's the Medicham into this Lantern. Now, we saw Medicham last game rocking that Psychic. So, going to be regular Psychic, not Dynamic Punch, now Power Up Punch. Thunderbolt will get shielded this time. Learning from the second matchup, this is the final game. It is 1-1. JJan just took the second game. These guys are playing for the final best of 3 here, round robin. And the Phoenix crew is trying to hold down, and JJan's plowing through with this water gun. It is the Psychic, and the Lantern survives to get the surf off. He returns the favor from game 1, saying, if you can do it with your Ninetales, I can do it with my Lantern. Now, the Ninetales KO'd the Sableye, where the Lantern brought the Medi into the yellow, or into the red, and you know what? Can still get a move off. Sableye's gonna have to take this energy. It's not gonna be that detrimental. It's not a Dazzling Gleam. It's an Ice Punch, as Medicham goes down. Sableye with 2 shields. Remember, it is the Noctowl, so it could be immediate swaps. Look at him tap it away. It is immediate swaps. He wants it. He's like, bring out whatever it is. Ooh, it's the Sableye. This is an interesting matchup because with this Shadow boost, the Abomasnow's Energy Ball could take the Sableye down to the deep, deep red. Does Flying Pizza know this? Does he count the shield? He gets the shield. Great call. Now he's Shadow Clawing his way down. Shadow Claw's tearing away at Abomasnow. Flying Pizza is here. He's like, JJan, I know you got a reputation around here, but I am still trying to find my way to the top. And he throws his first foul play, gets shielded by JJan. The energy ball goes through, but no, it is another foul play coming in off of this Sableye. JJan now making his adjustments, making his calculations, goes for the Weather Balls instead. Gets to the Weather Balls instead. Here comes the first one. Remember, this Shadow Boost does help out this Pokemon with its stab, and bye-bye, Sableye. Oh no, this is going to take this Noctowl to about half the health. Half the health of this Noctowl is gonna go. Flying Pizza is not in a good predicament here. He could take it down to Foul Play range. Oh no, he's in a deep yellow range. Can he get to the Foul Play time? No. Oh, thank goodness for the Dark typing, because this Shadow Ball won't KO the Sableye from here, but it will take it to the deep red. Is it in Foul Play range from this Noctowl? JJan, the tournament is on the line right here. It is enough, and the Noctowl goes down, and JJan takes the tournament, takes the matchup. GG's to Flying Pizza for such an intense game. 3, oh my goodness. As predicted, JJan taking out Phoenix here, only losing one battle. That was incredible play by JJan in all those. Even in situations where it didn't seem like he had total control, he found the way. His Pokemon are made so that he can find the way to go and get the win cons flip for his victory. And he did it numerous amounts of times. That Dynamic Punch really did prove to be a very effective ally for him in these matchups, especially against that Alola Ninetales in that Lantern. Oh my goodness, did that Dynamic Punch put some good work on that Lantern. So good job, JJan, for recognizing that and using just a little bit of energy. Phoenix Battlers, wonderful job. Great tournament all around. Thank you for hosting it. Be sure to check out your local in-person Play Pokemon tournaments. There is a map at the Play Pokemon website, so be sure to find that and locate those in-person tournaments as they are going on, and you can build your leaderboard up and get your name on that leaderboard and get to the top. Can you beat JJan? Only one way to find out. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit like or subscribe to the channel. Remember to go check out Discord as Zygarde, as that is kicking off now, and we are now in a wonderful new era of the battling scene. Thank you all for watching the Pokeball Network. I'm silph, and like always, keep on battling.